We're going to call this episode Wandering Stars. Of course, you know I'm referring to the reference in the book of Jude.
You know, again, I always talk about how we're reaching a convergence, right? Where prophecy is converging with world events, and that we're clearly racing to that convergence and the ultimate, fulfillment of Revelation.
I'd like to know what you think God is doing, and is he actively dealing with the modern nation of Israel today? What do you think is going on there?
So I put what's taking place in Israel, and of course we are praying for peace there for the Israeli people as well as the Palestinians first and foremost. But I think in terms of biblical prophecy and what's taking place, I put this in the category of that second seal of the wars and rumors of wars and what's taking place. And I don't put it at a Psalm 83. And the reason why, I think there's two main reasons. One, I think Psalm 83 is a prophecy to be fulfilled, but that's in the context of Antichrist. That's the Great Tribulation prophecy. When you talk about cutting off Israel as a nation, I believe that's going to be the Antichrist mission after the midpoint of the Great Tribulation, when he then chooses to betray Israel. And we see this also depicted in Revelation 17 with the 10 kings who give their power and work with the Antichrist, says they shall hate the whore, the harlot, who I believe, Mystery Babylon the Great, who I believe is Israel, is the city of Jerusalem. So they now choose to attack and destroy. So I believe that's really what that's referring to. And in terms of how God is dealing with Israel presently, I believe that God is still in a phase where, to use biblical terminology, he is hiding his face from Israel. In other words, he's not dealing with Israel at present, that God is waiting to a certain time, and I believe it's the fulfillment of the church age. And then he's going to turn his face back to Israel. And so what we're seeing now is a prophetic, yes, I think in the sense of these are the birth pangs. But when the Great Tribulation begins, that is the moment when God will then, as he says in his scripture, turn his face back. He will no longer hide his face back. And so I put really what the war that we should be looking for, and I know you and John have covered this in earlier episodes, is the Gog-Magog. The first of the Gog-Magog wars is what I truly see as the time where God is going to then turn his face back. And now he's going to start the end times reconciliation of that believing remnant of Israel.